The Perseids meteor shower will be peaking overnight tonight. This is one of the most visible meteor showers of the year. So if you are a stargazer or an astronomy lover, definitely be sure to get out tonight and try and see that is if you can see any meteors. The best time to be looking will be after midnight, in between midnight and 6 a.m. We're forecasting 10 to 20 meteors per hour. You can look in any direction possible, but I would definitely advise you to look in the darkest spot possible. Considering there's a pretty decent system out to our west, I'm still keeping a good bit or a little bit of cloud cover in the forecast, but regardless of that, it will be a very humid night and muggy night to say the least, with temperatures in the low to mid 90s. Now let's have a little fun that is and try out some trivia. We as humans travel maybe 60, 70 miles on our highways, but have you ever thought about how fast a meteor is traveling as it enters and travels throughout our atmosphere? I'll give you a few seconds to think about this. I don't think you're going to be right, but I'll still give you a few seconds to think about it. Is your answer this? I highly doubt it. 133,200 miles per hour, definitely exceeding the speed limit. I don't know if there's a speed limit in the atmosphere. I don't think there is, but still very, very fast, clocking in at over 130,000 miles per hour. Beyond tonight, a very hot and humid day, potentially the hottest day we have seen so far, is in the forecast. Mid 90s right along the immediate coastline, mid to upper 90s as you head further inland. 97 to 98 degrees is forecasted all across the PD and on the border belt. Once you factor in the humidity, heat index values in between 103 and 114 degrees. It is going to be extremely hot tomorrow. So please be sure you are staying hydrated and limiting your time outdoors if you do plan on doing any outdoor activities. And unfortunately, tomorrow is not going to just be the only hot day. As we head into the day on Monday and the day on Tuesday, it is still going to be very, very hot. Temperatures right along the immediate coastline in the low to mid 90s. Once you factor in the humidity, 111 to 112. As you head further inland, mid to upper 90s every single day. Once you factor in the humidity, we're still clocking in at over 110 degrees as we take a look at that heat index. So bottom line, over the next 3 days, it is going to be very, very hot. It doesn't matter really, I really wouldn't focus on a certain temperature. Just know that over the next 3 days, whether you're right along the immediate coastline or even inland, it is going to be extremely, extremely hot. So please be sure you are limiting your time outdoors and also taking as many breaks as you need to prevent yourself from getting heat exhaustion. Thankfully, there is some relief on the way as we head into the middle parts of next week. We have our next trough of low pressure that will be impacting the eastern seaboard, and while it will still be pretty hot in our area, this will increase our rain chances just a tad bit, to say the least. For your day on Monday, we're still talking about mid 90s right along the immediate coastline, mid to upper 90s as you head further inland. Heat index values still well into the low 100s, so a very hot day to say the least. However, we are bringing back those chances for some afternoon showers and possibly even some thunderstorms as well, but still, regardless of the storms, it is going to be another very hot day to say the least. So I cannot stress enough how important it will be to make sure that you are taking all the precautions you can to protect yourself and also your loved ones from heat exhaustion. And a quick look at the tropics, still nothing to look at or see in particular. I'm still watching a little bit or some of these tropical waves that are in the main development region, considering as we head over the next several weeks, this is when we typically see the most action in the tropics or the peak of hurricane season. But once again, there is nothing to worry about in the tropics over the next 7 to 10 days. Here's a look at your extended forecast, or extended 10-day forecast. It is probably brought to you by Hunter Plumbing Services. I cannot stress this enough. It is going to be extremely hot over the next several days. Very little to no rain for your day tomorrow, and then only very small rain chances over the next several days. Heat index values well over 100 degrees. Overnight lows will eventually fall back into the upper 70s to lower 80s. As you head further inland, geez Louise, look at those temperatures. 96 to 97 degrees over the next 3 days. Heat index values well over 110 degrees. Some relief coming next week as we have our next chance for some rain and storms. But once again, I would not count on that rain bringing us much relief from this heat. We finally go back into the low to mid 90s as we head into the end of next week. Overnight lows will be falling into the upper 70s to lower 80s. Keep it here at Lincoln's Weather for all of the latest information, and I hope you all have an amazing Sunday.